Good morning, viewers. This is Gauri Joshi for the NeUp, and today morning is full of blockbuster updates. So the first one is that US and Iran war is escalating to a COVID-like situation. And this is not me. This is not any analyst. This is the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, PM Narendra Modi, saying this himself. Now this holds a lot of weight for the kind of statesman that he is. We have to understand that his warning holds weight. He's asked people to use fuels out of crude oil, which are diesel, petrol, and other resources less. He's asked to invest in gold less. These are forex or foreign exchange reserves. So this is a very important update coming from the war front. Brace for impact is what the prime minister is telling you. If he's compared it to a COVID like situation, you've got to understand that COVID means that you have to start stockpiling. I don't mean to scare the viewers, but the prime minister is hinting at a COVID like situation, which means that you need to be prepared for a work from home. You need to be prepared for groceries. You need to be prepared for, not being stuck while you're traveling. And we've got Radhika with us. Hi, Radhika. How is morning looking for you? Can you please turn on your camera? Hi, Radhika. Can you hear me? Okay, Radhika has dropped off. Yes. So let us understand that the Prime Minister's words hold weight. So this is a warning, this is a veiled warning towards a COVID like situation. Coming towards the electoral politics that is like it'll never get over in India. But then you've got the Prime Minister visiting Shubhendu Adhikari's inauguration in West Bengal. I mean, the culprits of his PA's death are being caught. TMC workers are, probably trying to apologize to the now CM Shubhendu Adhikari, and Riju, the spokesperson, has actually been thrown out of the TMC, suspended is the right word here. And this shows that, the TMC is not really taking the inauguration ceremony well. I mean, the former CM Mamata Banerjee did not really attend. Her own prodigies swearing in. He might be from a different party, but he actually learned the ropes from TMC. So very shocking update there. Going down south, Vijay is not only charming his voters, he is also charming the opposition. So he was seen hugging Stalin, the former CM of Tamil Nadu, which is a beautiful gesture. He's set to meet the former Deputy CM Udayanidhi, also the son of MP Stalin. And this has to do with a lot of, chivalry in politics. So we hope Vijay can bring that back. And let us now talk a little bit about, the kind of updates that we're getting from US and Iran. And what is shocking is that a deal is not being reached, no matter what efforts the both parties are putting in. So we'll come back with more streamlined updates. Here is time for a short break and a little update. While we go on a break, we invite sponsors to actually stream their uninterrupted documentaries for 3 to 5 minutes while we are on this ad break. Stay tuned and keep watching the Nia. Viewers, welcome back to the updates, and we've got a very serious one here, which is that it's a Reuters report. The National Commission of Women has actually taken cognizance of the case with the TCS Nasik. Now, for a little brief to the viewers, just one second. Yeah. So, giving a little brief to the viewers, what happened in the case was that there was a yeah. So, the update is that NCW has found a toxic workplace environment at the Tata Consultancy Services, back office, which is the TCS Nasik, which it added also failed to comply with the country's anti-sexual harassment law, TCS, which did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the findings published on Monday, has previously said it is cooperating with Indian authorities who have arrested at least six employees over the sexual harassment allegations. Now, this is very serious. Nida Khan, who used to pretend to be an HR, but later it was found out that she was no HR. She was just, a project manager or, vendor of sorts. There was something very fishy happening at TCS. Girls were fasting on Ramzan, young girls as young as 21, and Hindu girls. So there was a communal angle to this, and conversion racket was unleashed right before the elections in the five states, which are namely Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, Puducherry, and Assam. So, talking about Assam and West Bengal, it's a very surcharged Hindutva environment there. Of course, the South has its own politics. We've got Christianity also into the mix. We've got the left. Puducherry also has its own, fandom. But talking of, the chicken neck and Assam, the northeastern state, I mean, Himanta Biswa Sharma is known to actually post very blasphemous, not really blasphemous, but very, very inciting kind of posts against the Muslims. So this was a very tough angle to explore. I mean, was the racket unveiled at a time which was convenient to the government, or was it, really a coincidence that it came up at this time only? The authorities or God can tell. Apart from that, the update on the war is that negotiations are on. And recently, the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, she gave birth to her second child, a girl. And Iran congratulated her in a very unique way. They said that every child is precious and sweet. But when you kiss your baby, you've got to remember the 168 kids that the US killed. So that was a very heart wrenching update from the war front. We will be joined by analysts very shortly. Let me just go and check. I'm sorry, I'm like a one man army here, which is why a lot of interruptions. But brands can leverage these interruptions by running uninterrupted documentaries of 3 to 5 minutes. You can connect with me on GoryJS1999 at the rate gmail.com for more. Coming back with more news, stay tuned on the NeUp. Continuing updates of the war, viewers, hopes for a peace deal on Iran faded on Tuesday after Donald Trump said a ceasefire with Iran was on life support as Tehran rejected a US proposal to end the conflict and stuck to a list of demands the US president described as garbage. Iran has called for an end to the war on all fronts, including Lebanon, where US ally Israel is fighting Iran backed Hezbollah militants. Tehran also emphasized its sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, demanded compensation for war damage, and an end to the US naval blockade, among other conditions. So, viewers, for those who are not very accustomed to what really happened in the war, Mojtaba Khamenei is in a vegetative state. His father, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was bombed and killed by the US based on vibes. This was what the US alleged that they were not getting a good feeling about Iran and on the behest of Israel, which some viewers and analysts say actually blackmailed the US for, doing this, probably because they had access to the Epstein files. So this is a very, very shocking update from Iran. And coming back to India before we end the bulletin, PM Modi has declared a COVID-like situation, and India, according to a report by the Economic Times, Deepshika Sikharwar, India is all on a war footing to avoid any further damage. That's all, viewers, today. We're not joined by any analysts. Probably it's Tuesday morning. Tuesday is the new Monday. And we'll be shortly, appearing with you again in the evening bulletin at 7 p.m. You can also tell us in the comments if you would like a bulletin at 7 or at 9, which is the prime time. I would love to interact with you, viewers, and stay tuned for more such updates on the NeUp. As I said, we are looking for advertisers. For this is being broadcast on LinkedIn, where I have 10,000 followers, and this is also broadcast on YouTube. We are actually emerging there, but we'll soon be monetized because we're getting a lot of love from you. So just hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss an update, and stay tuned for more such updates. Namaskar, Jai Bharat.